So Melyssa Ford had Charlamagne the God on her show. Her YouTube channel, Hot and Bothered with Melyssa Ford, is obviously a play on words. For those who don't know who Melyssa Ford is, Melyssa Ford most recently was on a Joe Budden podcast, and she disappeared. You know, me personally, I don't watch the Joe Budden podcast like that, just like the clips and the highlight clips. But it's a cool show, but I don't think she added anything to it. I got what it was going. You know, you always want to have a female on a podcast, a panel of guys, just to get the female point of view. And then she's a video model she was a video model that been in the industry, so she knows a lot of people. But Melyssa Ford, in my opinion, added nothing to the conversation. 1976, ooh, that's a long time ago right here, boy. 49 years old. Personal life. All you need to know is she ain't married, got no kids. No, so, no, she was in movies? She was in some movies, a little something like that. She was in Soul Food as the Hoochie Mama. Now, in music video, 97. So, where was she born again? 76. So, 22 years old. She was first in The Thing to Do, Glenn Lewis. Only 14 videos, so, I mean. But that's Melyssa Ford. She has a lot of, I'm not going to say feminist takes, but a lot of people weren't really happy with her opinion. So let's see what she had to say about relationships with Charlamagne, who is a married man. He's been married for a minute now. Let's see what he has to say here.
Side is going to filter itself in, and that's the gender war-y, masculinity versus femininity, whole rhetoric and stuff like that. And it does start to kind of have an effect on you. I guess it's not that I don't believe that there is a huge swath of the male population that is interested in growth and evolution and their mental health. I'd absolutely believe that. I think that the ones that aren't, I think that the Manosphere, Red Pill Nation podcast bros, I think that they are so much louder.
But that's the loud minority a lot of times.
And then when you see the comments, well, not only that, I mean, when you read cases like Giselle Pellicot, the woman in France,
oh yeah.
whose husband was basically renting out her body for about 10 years and drugging her in the process to where she didn't even know what was happening.
What does that have to do with the quote-unquote red pill or the manosphere? An isolated case of a woman in another country and a guy doing foul and devious things to her. Was he on a podcast? I'm confused.
And then this became like this massive case in France, and 51 men saw some kind of level of prosecution, but it was up to 80 men that had participated in this. And they were doctors, lawyers, grandfathers, fathers, brothers. They were all, pillars of society and members of society, professional, et cetera, et cetera.
Professional men like to cheat on their wives and bang prostitutes. Okay? Professional men weren't a KKK. Hey. All right? I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong that be the KKK or men cheating on their wives, but historically, men who are married, who have power and money, they like to go see escort strippers, Pornhub stars, whatever. All right? So yes, probably some men participate in it. But that man that was holding his wife essentially hostage, he needs to go to jail. All right? Minimum of 20. A minimum of 20.
Etc.
But they was buying pussy. The problem
they were not.
That's exactly what Charlamagne said. They would participate in cheating on their wives to getting ass. So, I mean, what do they got to do with that? A lot of these men, I can imagine, I never went and bought vagina, right? But I can imagine if I did and they provide me the woman, I'm not wanting to know where she comes from, her background. I just want to know if this woman is clean. If she's clean, all right, let's go. That's just a personal thing for me. I don't care where she came from or what her situation is.
Members of society, professional, et cetera, et cetera.
But they was buying pussy. The problem
they were not buying pussy. They were raping.
But wasn't he selling her? I thought he was her husband or something.
She was unconscious.
Oh,
he was drugging her
got
and renting out her body.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
That was wild. And so when you hear things about that, when you see the swath of men from...
Now, if there were men out there, this is so good. I want to see if I can find this case real quick. Hold on. We got man accused of recruiting dozens of strangers to rape drugged wife is among worst sexual criminals, daughter testifies. The daughter of a French retiree on trial for enlisting strangers to rape his drugged wife Friday described him as likely one of the worst sexual criminals in the past 20 years. Dominique, 71, has admitted to abusing his wife without her knowledge in 10 years. Drugging her with sleeping pills and then recruiting dozens of strangers to rape her in her own home. 71 years old. How were we supposed to rebuild ourselves when we know what he did, said his daughter, 45-year-old. For his years, his wife, Giselle Pelicat, also 71. Hold up. Said she was troubled by strange memory lapses until she was contacted by police. That he gave his wife powerful tranquilizers. That's some sick shit right there. But yeah, I still don't know what this has to do with the red pill / manosphere / podcast bros, as she said it, being loud and proud about being men, because women are loud and proud about being women. So I don't know what that has to do with that, but I continue.
All walks of life participating in something like that. When you hear about this group chat of like 72,000 men sharing pictures of their wives and girlfriends in an intimate manner and exchanging stories as to how to manipulate women and drug them and take advantage of them. And I mean,
listen, there's some men that you trust to bear more. What was that shit y'all was arguing about? The bear or the man, whatever. There's some men
if you ran into a strange man or a bear in the woods, who would you choose? 98% of women chose the bear, and men lost their ever-loving minds.
I mean, because it is a very ridiculous thing. But I understand why women could feel that.
Here's the thing.
Charlamagne tap dancing, boy, ain't he? Charlamagne really out here tap dancing.
The bear kills me, that's fine. At least he didn't rape me. At least he didn't sexual assault me. At least he didn't like violate my corpse.
But what if that guy is running from the bear too? And it got...
Charlamagne is funny. Like, drop a bomb for Charlamagne real quick.
It's entirely possible, and this is, I want men to really truly understand why women have no choice but to be fearful. You have 4 daughters.
Absolutely.
I need to know what, and one of them, your oldest is, I believe, 17.
Come here, ask you a question. Have you had more positive experiences with men than negative?
That's an interesting question.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Oh, bruh. I'm not. Listen, if you are interested in the rest of this clip, Hot and Bothered with Melyssa Ford. She's out here talking about SAs and stuff like that, but her name of her podcast is Hot and Bothered. Dude, Hot and Bothered means something sexual, all right? Like, so the irony of her talking about at least the bear's not gonna grape her body, but her name of her YouTube is Hot and Bothered, and she's a video model for the 2000s. So the irony in this. I know where Charlamagne's going with that. All right, I'll add a link to the full video. But that's why Melyssa Ford's not on Joe Budden podcast. But like I said, there's nothing wrong with her opinion. But you can't live your life being fearful for everybody you come in contact with, all right? You can step out of your house and get ran over by a car, just like that. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, I have daughters as well, multiple daughters, all right? I got 3 daughters to be exact, and I'm very protective of them. But you can't be fearful of the world. You get what I'm saying? But let me know what you think in the comments, all right? KJ Media 100.